Good morning. I'm Dr. Deepak Chopra, and I'm here with Never Alone, the mental health initiative of the Chopra Foundation. I'm very pleased to be virtually joining all of you at the Extrema Outdoor Festival in Belgium. I'd like to thank Extrema Outdoor and our partner organization SolarBuddy for bringing us together for this meditation just in time for the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. I'll now be guiding you through a simple meditation. This meditation is intended to bring you into the present moment and anchor you to your true self, the real you. This will help you navigate the rest of your day with loving presence, less stress, and a deeper knowing that you are never alone. So here's a meditation to bring presence into every experience that you have in life. When you bring presence to experience, then the experience becomes joyful. It becomes creative, and you also have spontaneous insight, intuition, creativity, and access to higher consciousness. So sit comfortably with your eyes closed, put your feet firmly on the ground, keep your hands open, and actually now just be aware of your breath with your eyes closed. And as you're aware of your breath, notice it arises, it is experienced, and it is gone. And this is the first principle in every experience. Whatever is in the nature of arising also is in the nature of subsiding. And all experience is sensation. Right now, the experience is the sensation of breath. It arises, it's experienced, then it dissipates. What remains is the awareness, the presence in which it arises, is experienced, and disappears. So as you observe your breath, mentally tell yourself, I'm the presence, I'm the awareness in which breath arises and subsides. Breath arises and subsides. Now gently open your eyes. Have soft eyes. Be aware of colors, shapes, forms, objects, your own body. Look around. And as you look around, remind yourself, I am the presence, the seer in which every scenery arises and subsides. The scenery is in time, but I am always present now. I am the presence in which objects, colors, shapes, and forms arise and subside. Now close your eyes once more and feel your skin touching your clothes, or your buttocks touching the chair, or your feet touching the floor, or your shoes, or just touch one part of your body with another part of your body, reminding yourself, I'm the presence in which every sensation arises and subsides. I'm the presence in which every experience of touch arises and subsides. Now keep your eyes closed and generate some saliva in your mouth. Taste it. Taste the roof of your mouth, the back of your teeth. Remind yourself, I'm the presence in which flavors arise and subside. Bring your awareness to your nostrils. Be aware of any odors or fragrances or smells. And remind yourself, I'm the presence in which all fragrances arise and subside. Now generate an image in your mind Think of a rainbow. Think of snow-clad mountains, a green meadow, beautiful sunset on the ocean. Watch those images as they rise and subside, reminding yourself, I'm the presence in which all imagination occurs, arises, and subsides. Generate an emotion right now. Think of someone you love. Now feel the love in your heart as a sensation, reminding yourself, I'm the presence that generates and experiences emotions as they arise and subside. And now ask yourself, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And watch that thought arise. Watch it on the screen of your consciousness as it subsides. Reminding yourself, I'm the presence in which thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. I'm not the clouds, I'm the sky. Now let your awareness move outside the boundaries of your skin. Let it pervade all of space-time. And remind yourself, I'm the presence in which every experience arises and subsides across the fabric of space and time. Okay, now let it all go and just repeat your name to yourself. I am Deepak Chopra. I'm John Smith. I'm Jane Doe. And even as you repeat your name to yourself, remind yourself, that's my name. That's not who I am. So let your name go. And just repeat the words, I am. I am. Knowing that I am is the non-changing awareness, the presence, the being, the awareness, the consciousness in which everything, the whole universe, arises and subsides in timeless now. I am presence. Aham. 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 Now instead of repeating those words, aham, let the words go and just rest in your own being. Your own being is awareness. It is timeless, formless, infinite. Every experience that arises and subsides is in time, but you are not in time. Your presence itself. Rest in this presence. Be aware of your own presence. Rest in being. Rest in presence. Rest in now. When you feel ready, relax into your body and slowly open your eyes. And from now on, as you go about your day, always remember that you are presence. Always remember that you're the stillness in which everything happens, comes and goes. Everything happens, comes and goes. You can bring your awareness to your breath or any sensation, any color, any sound, any taste. Bring your awareness to any experience and be available to it in what we call now. As you come back to this moment, remember that these pockets of stillness and peace are there in the background of every experience. And simply by turning into the breath and observing any experience without labeling it, judging it, defining it, quantifying it, defining it. If you do that, you will be in the presence of now, being. If you would like to support the Chopra Foundation's mental health initiative, Never Alone, you can learn more and donate at neveralone.love. You can also support SolarBuddy's mission to illuminate children's lives across the world by donating, following their social media, and joining their Buddy Challenge. Thank you for your support, and remember, let's all work together for a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. I am pleased to have received a number of questions that I will be briefly answering now that span across demystifying meditation and integrating it into your daily life, how to stay grounded in the present moment, and some reflections on climate change as well.
Deepak, how do we experience our unlimited and true self through meditation? It seems there are only a few experiences in meditation: thinking, sleeping, and focusing intentionally on the mantra. Maybe I'm being too realistic, but are there other experiences to be had? I've meditated a lot and I've never had any sort of mystical experiences.
When we meditate, we have access to our true self, which is unlimited, unbounded, the source of all experience, which is not in time, which is formless, and which many spiritual traditions refer to as fundamental awareness or the soul. And we experience that unlimited potential when the fluctuations of our awareness that we call body, mind, intellect, ego, and the physical world, when they subside. So one way to do this is to always turn to the source of experience in the midst of experience. So right now, as you're looking at me and listening to me, be aware of yourself, that which is looking and listening. That still presence is your essential being. It's not your mind, which might be saying, I wish I'd gone to the bathroom before this started, or what am I going to have for dinner, etc., etc. Your mind is a conversation. So is every perception, the interpretation of a sensation. But that which is the source is always present as infinite, unbounded, self-regulating, self-evolving, synchronistic, and unlimited in its manifestations. Here are a few ways to get in touch with this unlimited potential. In the midst of any experience, stop. Observe your breath. Smile inside from head to your toe. Feel the sensations in your body, or feel your breath. And ask yourself, am I present? And feel that stillness. And then carry that stillness with you wherever you go. In that stillness are all possibilities. In that stillness is unbounded potential. In that stillness is the immeasurable potential for all that was, all that will be, all that is. In that stillness is synchronicity, creativity. That stillness is you. From now on, anytime you're overshadowed by an experience, ask yourself, am I present? That's it.
Deepak, I'm working on being more present and aware in my life, as I tend to be a natural big picture thinker and daydreamer. However, I also have ambitious career and life goals that I'm driven towards. How do we balance living in the moment, but also planning for our future?
Living in the moment and having worthy goals for the future go together. When you live in the moment with intentionality, awareness of sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, and also your intentions, then all goals self-organize their own fulfillment And that is what success is. Success is the progressive realization of worthy goals, but it is also the ability to live in this moment as you realize those worthy goals. And this is a rare combination of activity, dynamism, and stillness. So it's good to have your goals, but be anchored in the present moment and make every choice conscious, whether it's a choice to experience a perception or a choice to move in a certain direction or a choice to eat or a choice to relate to another person. As long as you're fully aware of yourself, both in the experience and the choice, that's the highest intelligence. The highest intelligence is called metacognition, the ability to observe yourself without judging yourself. And when you do that, there's spontaneous right action. The long-term goal is always present, but awareness, attention, intention is in this moment. This is also called being established in yoga or union with the self. We perform action. Stillness and dynamism will accomplish any goal. It's like, I want to go there. I want to reach that mountain. But this is the path. And I have to focus on the path if I want to get there. If I'm looking there all the time, I might stumble. So don't want to stumble by only focusing on the goal. Have the goal in mind. Look at it once in a while, but then come back to the choices you're making right now, which will spontaneously take you to that goal, with sometimes little diversions and digressions. The goal is always there, but the choice is always now, living in the moment.
Deepak, what do you think about current environmental problems? I mean, the extinction of species, deforestation, pollution, overpopulation, and all the problems that you hear everywhere.
The problems of the environment and unsustainable practices of our society actually reflect the problems that occur from our identity as the separate self. So what we call the environment, even the word, is alienating. Because as soon as you say environment, then the experience is there's me and there's everything else. There's me and there's the world. There's me and there's the sky. There's me and there's the universe. There's me and there are other people. There's me and there are animals and rocks and plants and bacteria and so on. This dualistic thinking actually separates us from the web of existence. In reality, the air is your breath. In reality, the oceans and the rivers are your circulation. In reality, the earth is recycling as your body. In reality, the trees are your lungs. If they didn't breathe, you wouldn't breathe. If you didn't breathe, the trees wouldn't be breathing. You put a rabbit in a vacuum, it dies. You put a plant in a vacuum, it dies. Put them both together in the same vacuum and they both thrive. So, once again, the earth is your body, the rivers and oceans are your circulation, the air is your breath, the trees are your lungs, and the stars gave you the atoms that are circulating in your body right now. Carbon in your bones, iron in your blood and hemoglobin, oxygen in every breath. And all of that is the gift of the cosmos. All that created in the crucible of burning stars circulating in your body right now. So the biggest challenge right now is not to call that the environment, to understand that you have a personal body and you have a universal body, and they are both equally yours. We all have a personal body, a universal body, and they're all equally ours. Okay, that's the first step, a shift, a spiritual shift in our identity. Number one. Once we have this spiritual shift, we know the technologies that could reverse what we call climate change. And these include things like maintenance of marine life and coastal marshlands, which not only buffer storms but keep the ecosystem alive. That is ultimately the source of all life on our planet. The marine ecolife and the land ecolife are interconnected because we all came from the ocean. Step number one. Step number two, distributed clean energy. And many attempts are being made to do that. Step number three, clean transportation and public transport in preference to personal transportation, but clean energy as its source, distributed transportation. Number four, restoration of indigenous people's rights, because indigenous people don't see the world as an environment, but as their extended body. The more we restore indigenous people's rights, the more compassionate and humane will be our treatment of the biosphere, because the biosphere out there is the same as the biosphere in here. And then there are other practices we can accomplish. Agroforestry, the planting of trees, the resurrection of the microbiome, the soil, which gives life to all forms, starting with bacterial life and ending up with the microbiome in our own body. Very practical measures that could reverse climate change, create healthier ecosystems, create healthier bodies, physical bodies, because the physical body is a biosphere, so is the body of the universe a biosphere. So we can, in fact, by understanding our relationship to the universe, accomplish a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier and joyful world, because all these goals are interconnected and they start from knowing ourselves. Our challenges are the accumulation of policies and practices rooted in greed and unconscious behavior and lack of compassion and the devaluation of humanity and our interdependence with nature, because we do not experience nature as ourself. To solve these problems, we must awaken our consciousness as a species and then apply that wisdom toward practical solutions, which I just mentioned, to heal our planet. This is a collective consciousness issue, and it will require an awakening of collective consciousness to solve it. But it starts with each of us. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world. We have to be, in our own life, peaceful, have a sustainable biology, practice justice in every endeavor, and create a healthy and joyful body. The more we create a joyful and healthy body, the more the world will be healthier and joyful, including the ecosystem, because in the deeper reality, they're inseparably one.